Let's go to page 320 and start with number 25. Okay, so this one is solving the equation. So you got 2 times y minus 1 squared equal to y squared. Okay, so this factoring is no good because it's not equal to 0, so we have to undo the factoring. So let's go and multiply out. So square this will give you y squared minus 2y plus 1. So again, you have to know how to square that. Okay, and then after you distribute, so you got 2y squared minus 4y plus 2 equal to y squared. And then you have to make it equal to 0, so we can do the factoring. So you got y squared minus 4y plus 2 equal to 0. And this is not factorable, so we have to use the quadratic formula. So you got a equal to 1, b equal to negative 4, c equal to 2. Okay, so you got y equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so you can just substitute, don't work it out. Okay, do one step at a time. Okay, after you substitute, then you work it out. So you got 4 plus or minus square root of 16 minus 8 over 2. Okay, so you got 4 plus or minus, this will give me square root of 8 over 2. Again, you have to simplify that. Okay, so you got 4 plus or minus, okay, go up to the side, you're going to get 2 square root of 2. Okay, you can simplify that. And then after that, you can simplify dividing by 2. So you got 2, so cancel out, divide by 2, and you get this. Okay. Okay, let's go to next one. Okay, number 27. You have x over 3 plus 3 over x equal to 1. Okay, so you have fractions, so let's multiply by LCD to get rid of fractions. So LCD is 3x, so multiply by 3x. So the 3 will cancel out, so we get x squared. Over here, the x cancel out, so it will be plus 9, and this one you get 3x. Okay, so let's go and minus 3x on both sides to make it equal to 0. So we can do factoring or quadratic formula. Okay. And this is not factorable, so again we have to we're going to use quadratic formula. So you got a equal to 1, b equal to negative 3, c equal to 9. Okay, so you got x equal to negative b, so negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, then you go in after that, after you substitute, then you work it out. So you got 3 plus or minus square root of 9 minus 36 over 2. Okay. So x equal to 3 plus or minus square root of 27 over 2. And then simplify this part. So you're going to get 3 square root of 3 or negative I over 2. Okay. And you can just leave it like that. Well, actually, when you have an imaginary number, you want to write in the a plus bi form. So it's a good idea to go and write in the a plus bi form with a complex number. So let's go and separate. So you got 3 over 2 plus or minus 3 square root of 3 over 2i. So that way, you put in the a plus bi form. Okay. So get in the habit of putting the a plus bi form. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 20. Actually, before we do that, okay, you have to watch out for the restricted value over here. You have x cannot equal to 0. So if you have a 0 at your answer, you have to cross it out. So just be aware of that when you have variable in the denominator. Okay, number 29, you have y plus 1 over y minus 1 minus y over 3 equal 2 over y minus 1. Okay, so again, you have to watch the restriction. So y cannot equal to 1. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so again, you got fraction. So let's go and multiply by LCD. So it'll be 3 y minus 1, 3 y minus 1 3, y minus 1. Again, write it out so you can visualize. You cut down a lot of careless mistakes. So this cancel out and you multiply, so you got 3y plus 3. This one you cancel. Now that's a negative y times that would be minus y squared. Okay, so negative y times y is negative y squared. Negative y times negative 1 will become plus y. And this will cancel out. So 3 times 2 will be 6. Okay, so okay, let's go and move everything to this side. So minus 6 on both sides. So this will cancel out. So you got negative y squared, and this can combine. So negative y squared plus 4y, and then this one combines, so it'll be minus 3 equal to 0. And you don't want to solve with a negative in front, so I'm going to get rid of the negative. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1. So I got y squared minus 4y plus 3 equal to 0. And this one, let's go and do the factoring. So this is factorable. So you have to add to get negative 4. You have to multiply to get 3. So you need to get negative 1 comma negative 3. Right? So this negative 1 times negative 3 give you 3. Negative 1 plus negative 3 give you negative 4. So it would be y minus 1. Y minus 1. And you got y minus 3. Okay? Now if you notice, this factor is same as that, so you can tell right away this answer is going to be no good. Okay? So again, when you solve, you're going to get y equal to 1, y equal to 3. But again, remember over here the restricted value, y cannot equal to 1, right? Because y equal to 1 will make this undefined. And so this answer is no good. So only answer good is y equal to 3. Okay. Okay, so number 31a, you're looking for double root. Okay, so you're looking for value of k, so we get double root. Okay, so double root means the d equal to 0. Okay, and so you have 2x squared plus 4x plus k equal to 0. Okay, so you got a equal to 2. You know, again, d is from your quadratic formula. So your quadratic formula is like x equal to negative b plus or minus square root. Okay, and everything inside the square is the d. Okay, so d equal to b squared minus 4ac. Okay, that came from your quadratic formula. Okay, so a equal to 2. B equal to 4, C equal to K. So D equal to B squared minus 4AC. That's the formula for that. Now you're going to substitute. Over here, it gives you the D equal to 0. And over here, B equal to 4. Again, all you do is substituting. A is equal to 2, and C is K. So you got 0 equal to 16 minus 8K. And from here, you can plus 8K on both sides. So you got 8K equal to 16. Divide by 8, divide by 8. So k equal to 2. Okay, so when k equal to 2, it will give you a double root. Okay? Okay, now let's go and do the b. Okay, so again, you got 2x squared plus 4x plus k equal to 0. And now b, you got two different real roots. Okay? So you got two different. So that is important, different. Okay, that means d is greater than 0. Okay? Okay, so again, you got a equal to 2, b equal to 4, c equal to k. And again, write down your formula for d. So d so d is equal to b squared minus 4ac. Okay, and you have to be greater than 0, right? So that means b squared minus 4ac have to be greater than 0. Okay, because this is equal to d. Right? It tells you that, right? D have to be greater than 0. So this is the d, so it have to be greater than 0. So you substitute. So you got 4 squared minus 4ac greater than 0. So you got 16 minus 8k greater than 0. So minus 16 on both sides. Now when you're in inequalities, you want to keep the variable on the left-hand side. You will cut down a lot of careless mistakes. So you got negative 8k is greater than negative 16. Divide by negative 8, divide by negative 8. So k, now when you divide by negative number, you have to change the direction. So k will be less than 2. Okay. Now let's go to C. So you got 2x squared plus 4x plus k equal to 0. Now this one you got imaginary roots. Okay. So imaginary roots, that means k had to be less than 0. It's going to be negative. Okay. Okay, so you can start with your, so you got a equal to 2, b equal to 4, c equal to k. So just doing the same thing. So in this case, so remember d equal to b squared minus 4ac, right? And d, not k. Okay. So it's d. Okay, so imaginary roots, that means d has to be less than 0. Okay, so d is less than 0, that means this has to be less than 0. So b squared minus 4ac has to be less than 0. Okay, because this is the d, right? Again, d has to be less than 0. Okay, so you can substitute. So you got 4 squared minus 4ac less than 0. I can solve. So actually, you can kind of know from before, but just go and walk through the process. So 16 minus 8k is less than 0, minus 16. Okay, so you got negative 8k less than 16. Divided by negative 8, divided by negative 8. So k has to be greater than 2. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go to 33. Okay, so you got k squared x squared minus 8x plus 4 equal to 0. So you got a equal to k squared, b equal to negative 8, c equal to 4. Okay, so a is a double root, meaning d has to equal to 0. Okay? Okay, so b squared minus 4ac, that's the d, and have to equal to 0. Okay, remember from here, right? So remember this is d, so d equal to that. Okay, the substitute. Okay, so you got negative a squared minus 4ac equal to 0. So you got 64 minus 16k squared equal to 0. Okay, so minus 64 on both sides. So you got negative 16k squared equal to negative 64. Divide by negative 16. Divide by negative 16. So k squared equal to 4. So k squared equal to 4. You take the square root. So k will equal to plus or minus 2. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to B. Okay, so you got k squared x squared minus ax plus 4 equal to 0. So again, a equal to k squared, b equal to negative 8, c equal to 4. So b, you're going to get two real roots. Okay, that means d had to be greater, let's do it here. So d had to be greater than 0 to get the two real roots. Okay? Okay, and d equal to b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so again, d equal to that. So with inequality, you want to start with inequality and you just substitute. Okay, and so now you got negative a squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. Okay, then after that, work it out. So 64 minus 16k squared is greater than 0. And for this one, I'm going to switch the term so I can do factoring. So So you got negative 16k squared plus 64 is greater than 0. Now, I don't like the negative in front, and also the number is kind of high, so I'm going to lower my number. So I'm going to divide by negative 16. Okay, so I got k squared minus 4. Now, when you divide, you have to divide by negative number, you have to change direction. Okay, so now this is the quadratic inequality, so you have to do the factoring. So you're going to get k plus 2, k minus 2. So your critical value would be negative 2 and positive 2. Okay, and so when you remember, we did this before, right? So negative 2, positive 2, right? And your graph's going to go like this, right? Okay, and again, remember that you have to treat this like a y, right? Okay, remember, treat this like a y. So you got y is less than 0. Okay, so you got y less than 0. So the part you're looking for is this part right over here. Okay, because this part is less than 0. So now to switch back to k, so you're going to get negative 2 is less than k less than 2. Okay. Okay. Now, so now you know that for part C, it's going to just be over here. Okay, so it'll be just the opposite. Okay, but let's just walk it through for those who kind of struggle with it. Okay, so okay, you got k squared x squared minus ax plus 4 equal to 0. Okay, so you got a equal to k squared, b equal to negative 8, c equal to 4. Okay, so now for imaginary roots, that means d had to be less than 0. Okay, for imaginary roots. Okay, so d had to be less than 0. So that way we give you, negative inside the square root. Okay, so switch that to b squared minus 4ac. Okay, and then after you substitute, so you got negative 8 squared minus 4ac is less than 0. Again, so you got 64 minus 16k squared less than 0. Okay, and switch the terms. Okay, divide by negative 16. So you're going to get k squared minus 4. It's going to be greater than 0, right? You have to change direction. Okay, so you do the factoring like before. So you got k plus 2, k minus 2. So your critical values, just like before, you're going to get negative 2 and 2, right? So exactly same as this. Okay, exactly same as what we did before. The only difference is that the arrow is pointing in different direction. Okay. So you got negative 2, positive 2. Again, your graph's going to go looks like this. Okay. Now you can switch to the y or any other function. Okay. Again, I'm going to call this as y. So y is greater than 0. Okay. So that means it's going to be this part right over here and this part right over here. Right. Those are greater than 0. So you switch. So you're going to get k is less than negative 2 or k is greater than 2. Okay. So you can notice the 3 parts, right? See this one over here? See k equal to plus or minus 2. That is this spot right over here. Okay, that is those 2, right? And then for the 2 different one is this part over here, and for this one is this part over here. Okay, so again, A, B, C. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 35. Okay, you got kx squared minus 4x plus k equal to 0. Okay. So again, same process. So you're going to get a equal to k, b equal to negative 4, c equal to k. And so for double root, d equal to 0. Okay, then substitute. So you got b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. Substitute. So you got negative 4 squared minus 4ac equal to 0. work it out. So you got 16 minus 4 k squared equal to 0. Okay, and then from here, see, when you're equal to 0, it's a lot easier. So I'm just going to move this over. So plus 4k squared. Okay, so you got 16 equal to 4k squared. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So 4 equal to k squared. Okay, then take the square root. So k, I'm going to switch this. K equal to plus or minus 2. Okay, so it's just like the last problem. Okay, okay, so let's go to B. Okay, so you got kx squared minus 4x plus k equal to 0. So again, a equal to k, b equal to negative 4, c equal to k. So for part B, for different roots, that means d had to be greater than 0. Okay? And you substitute, so you got b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. Okay, again, substitute that. And after you substitute in the numbers, so you got negative 4 squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. So you got 16 minus 4k squared is greater than 0. Okay, and again, I'm going to switch the terms. And I'm going to divide by negative 4 to lower my number. So I got k squared minus 4. Now when you divide by negative number, you have to change direction. Okay, so you do the factoring. So you got k plus 2, k minus 2. So your critical values would be negative 2, positive 2. Okay, and your graph is going to look something like this. Okay, so now again you have to switch to y. So this one you're going to have the y is less than 0, right? So that means you're looking for this part right over here. Okay, so your answer would be negative 2 is less than k less than 2. So again, just like the previous problem. Okay. Okay. And since I'm going to do it just right next to it so you can see the comparison. So 35c, again you got kx squared minus 4x plus k equal to 0. So again, a equal to k, b equal to negative 4, c equal to k. So for imaginary roots, d had to be greater than d had to be less than 0. Okay, so then substitute again. Every step is exactly the same. The only difference is the arrow is pointing opposite direction. Okay, and again you substitute. Okay, so you got 16 minus 4k squared is less than 0. Switch the term. Okay, divide by negative 4 to lower my number. So you got k squared minus 4. Now when you divide by negative number, you have to change direction. So again, everything's the same except for the arrow. Okay, then you do the factoring. Okay, so your critical value is going to be negative 2, positive 2. So you can graph is exactly the same. Every step is exactly the same. The only difference is the direction of the arrow. Okay, so now again, after you graph, you're going to switch this back into y. Okay, so you got y is greater than 0. Okay, so y is greater than 0 is this right over here. Okay, see the difference, right? Okay, that means your answer would be, so switch back to k, so k would be less than negative 2 or k is greater than 2. Okay.